and welcome to 20 Minutes. I'm Nadia Naqi with you on DawnNews English. 2023 coming to an end, and in Pakistan we all expect that the coming year is going to be better for economic stability, for political stability. But I was thinking, let's do some analysis. Are we really going to have some sort of political stability? Because what has happened in the last few weeks of this month, especially after the filing of the nomination papers or the process of the filing of the nomination papers as Pakistan gears for the general elections in 2024, makes me really think, are we really looking for political stability? Are we really serious about economic stability? Time and again, different political parties have been saying this, that economic stability can only be achieved once Pakistan has political stability in the country. This year, 2023, there was so much happening on the political landscape. And so everyone expected that all of this dust is going to settle only after the general elections. I think this is still far from true, because what we are trying to achieve cannot be achieved the way things have shaped up in this last few weeks of December. 9th May, I suppose, is one of the biggest events in the political history of Pakistan, because there has hardly been any political party that would go, or any supporter of any political party that would go and protest against their leader's arrest outside military installations or outside residence of the military officials. And this is what Pakistan witnessed. And the message given by these supporters was that whatever was happening to the former Prime Minister and the leader of Tehreek-e-Insaf, Imran Khan, was by the establishment, by these people who control or who basically call the shots. After what happened, to the political party that is Tehreek-e-Insaf after 9th May, I think this is something not new. It wasn't new to me. I wasn't surprised that the party would be, torn apart. There would be various factions. There would be many who would be leaving politics. And this is what we saw. But the rate at which this was happening suddenly and in huge numbers, certainly that was a surprise. I mean, people who used to flock around Imran Khan and were members of the cabinet, the way either they were, announcing through presses that, they are quitting politics and this is not what they had thought the party would do. And they were somehow they were like oblivious to whatever happened on 9th May. That was a surprise to me. Making different parties in Pakistan, I think that's a very normal process. And we always see that such gimmicks, I'd say, always occur before the elections. New parties are formed, and these new parties are always formed after the electables from a certain political parties flock together to form a new party. And in this scenario, we see that IPP was formed, that was headed by Jahangir Tareen, one of the former confidants of Imran Khan. And then I would say that, it looks like PTI to me, a PTI B team to me, because most of the people from Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf flocked in that party. This party that is headed by Aleem Khan and, of course, Jahangir Tareen. Now, their battlefield is going to be Punjab. So let's see what is going to happen in elections. I'll come to that later. But this is one political party that was formed. Then another was formed in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and that too, again, under the leadership of Parvez Khattak, who was always known to be close to the establishment, but also somebody that Imran Khan had made chief minister of that province, that's Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And Parvez Khattak, after making this party, he also claims that most of the seats from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa is what he's going to be scoring, because he believes that PTI Khyber Pakhtunkhwa was formed by him. Now let's take a look. Another big event that occurred was in October 2023, the return of Mian Nawaz Sharif PMLN politicians had always been saying that Mian Nawaz Sharif would return to Pakistan only when the elections are happening, because he's going to be leading the election campaign, and PMLN would not be going in elections without Mian Nawaz Sharif, because he is their leader. So the way Nawaz Sharif came to Pakistan, the way he landed in Pakistan after 4 years, it was a huge fanfare, I'd say. They put up a show in Lahore, and when he landed in Islamabad, the way Nawaz Sharif's biometrics were taken for the court cases that he had to fight, and he had to get a clean chit from the courts in the 2 cases that he had been roped in. So that was criticized by political parties, because they all felt that every obstacle has been removed for Mian Nawaz Sharif's return, and the way every institution had been acting in favor, the neutral setups in Punjab, they were paving way for his jalsas, the public rally. Everybody did question, so much so that Pakistan People's Party chairman, started terming him as the new Ladla or Ladla Plus. And he has been criticizing since then that no selection this time is going to be tolerated. So this is 2 big events I feel that occurred on the political landscape: the return of Mian Nawaz Sharif and 9th May. Now, what had happened towards election, even after Nawaz Sharif's return, he did not speak about the elections in his speech, and everybody started questioning whether the elections are now going to take place or not. As it is, the time stipulated in the constitution that after the dissolution of the national or the provincial assemblies, there's a period of 90 days, and after 90 days, the elections are supposed to be held. Those weren't happening unless and until the court intervened. And 8th February 2024, the date that was given by the court, everybody was waiting for the election schedule. And everyone said that, maybe the elections won't take place on the 8th of Feb. Finally, once again, we saw that an important meeting took place between the Chief Election Commissioner and, the Chief Justice of Pakistan in the presence of senior most judges. And it was decided that the court, this 8th February is the final date of the elections, because at that time there was another order that was given by the single bench of Lahore High Court, which would have led to the delay of elections, which the Supreme Court made very clear that there will be no delay of election. It has to be 8th of February 2024. It directed the Election Commission of Pakistan to give the election schedule so that the number of days required for filing of the nomination papers, the scrutiny, and the final list of the candidates that will be contesting the elections, and of course the electioneering, all of those fall in place in order for the elections to be conducted on the 8th of Feb 2024. So finally, after the election schedule, the question arose whether Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf would be participating in the elections or not. But meanwhile, what had happened was that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf had not conducted the intra-party elections the way the Election Commission had asked them to. And so the Election Commission finally gave them 20 days to conduct the elections, which of course became a do and die situation for Tehreek-e-Insaf. And in the atmosphere where most of their leaders who stayed with Tehreek-e-Insaf were underground, they still managed to hold the elections, which was then questioned by Akbar S. Babur, who termed himself, or still says that he's the founder member of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. He went to the Election Commission of Pakistan, along with others who had filed, various requests to the Election Commission of Pakistan that the intra-party elections of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf had not been conducted according to their own constitution. Finally, after a lot of hearings and all, the Election Commission of Pakistan gave the verdict that these intra-party elections were not conducted according to the constitution of Tehreek-e-Insaf, and therefore they stand null and void. And because of this decision, the symbol of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, that is the bat, was taken away from from the party. Now, this means a lot to any party. Taking away the election symbol is really like bringing the party down, because it becomes, actually it means that there is no party that is registered with the Election Commission of Pakistan. Now, this decision of Election Commission was challenged by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in the Peshawar High Court, which gave them relief. By the single bench of Peshawar High Court had said that the symbol is going to stay with Tehreek-e-Insaf, and this decision right now, they gave a stay on this decision, and at the same time it's going to be that once the court opens, there will be a double bench that will be listening to this petition onwards, and then let's see what's going to happen. However, this timing was very important for Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf because the time to file the nomination papers had come, and hence we saw that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf filed maximum numbers of nomination papers they could for the upcoming general election 2023. Now, the filing process itself was, I would say, I've never seen such a filing process, at least in the years that I have been covering elections. There were mostly complaints by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf that they're not being allowed to file the nomination papers, or homes of the possible candidates are being raided by police, or the police is not being the police is not allowing the probable candidates to file the nomination papers in the hour of office. Now, let me also tell you that the Election Commission of Pakistan, they do not have their own force to conduct the elections, and hence they had taken officers from the executive, which again was challenged by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf in the courts, because they felt that it should be from the judiciary. They felt that taking officers from the executive arm of the government means that they would be under duress, and they would be following and taking orders from their opponents, which means that there will be some sort of foul play in terms of filing the nomination papers. So after all of this, nomination papers were filed, and Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf then said that, they are the party that filed maximum number of nomination papers. Now, today, that is, yesterday, that is 30th December, was the last day of the scrutiny of the nomination papers. And a lot of lawyers and a lot of people belonging to the cabinet of Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's government, that is Imran Khan's government, from provincial to National Assembly members, all of them, mostly I'd say, or probably 90% would be a safe figure to say, their nomination papers were rejected by the returning officers on one pretext or the other. And so I think that is also history in itself. I've never seen nomination papers being rejected in huge amounts like this. It was a clear message that Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is probably now facing the post-9th May scenario. And it is very clear that, it's not going to be easy for them to participate in the upcoming elections. However, all these papers that have been rejected will now go to the tribunals, and from there, they might end up in the courts. So all eyes are now on the courts, at what the courts are going to decide. But again, this will raise serious questions if Tehreek-e-Insaf candidates are not going to be participating in the elections. Then, of course, the symbol badge will also stays as a question, which in the coming year, 2024, the fate of the badge symbol will also be decided. So that is Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, what happened to them in 2023. I think one of the smart moves, I believe that the smart move was to pass on the chairmanship to the lawyers. Although there were many questions raised that why the lawyers won't be able to contest the elections, or, they don't have that clout that goes around the constituency politics of the elections, because in Pakistan, the elections matter more around the brotherly system, the constituency. Of course, the party symbol plays a lot of, the party itself also plays a lot of role. And the lawyers lack that kind of clout. So what a political worker can bring the lawyers can't. But I think that was a smart move, because what was happening to Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, the people were being abducted, and then they were suddenly appearing on TV in a press conference, or they were landing in another party that was IPP. So I think, it was very smart move, in the sense that it would be very difficult to abduct lawyers, because lawyers community is a very united community, and we've seen in the past that it's not easy, for anyone to actually coerce them to that extent. And also because lawyers, of course, understand the law and the constitution very well, so everything was ending up in the courts. So I think still that's a smart move by Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Now coming to Pakistan People's Party. Pakistan's People's Party's concerns are, that Mian Nawaz Sharif has been given an open field, and that everything is going in favor of Nawaz Sharif, and it looks like that he's going to be selected, and the powers that be are all aligned with him. So that's their basic concern that we can see. We also know that a sort of challenge has been put up for Pakistan People's Party in Sindh by getting various political parties unite together to fight against People's Party. However, towards the end of December, we saw, or rather in December, we saw that Zardari, that is co-chairman of Pakistan People's Party, the way he got people on board from Balochistan once again makes me think that he may end up giving some sort of surprise, and it's not going to be very easy for Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, who claims, after taking a lot more people from various parties in Balochistan in their own cadre, that they are going to be the largest political party winning seats in Balochistan. Coming to PMLN, there is a lot of complex situation I see. I mean, you should see the kind of the party tickets are still under process as we speak. In 2024, that's what Isaac Dar said, that before the 12th of January, it will be decided that who all are getting the party tickets. And there's a huge exercise that PMLN is actually conducting right now in terms of awarding tickets to party members to contest the general elections in 2024. A lot more inside stories, from these parliamentary board meetings of PMLN came out. There is a bulk of, I would say, pressure on PMLN. On one aspect, it is giving some sort of space to IPP, because ultimately IPP was formed and they need to score some seats, and their base is also Punjab, which PMLN as of now is not ready. What's going to happen in January 2024, I mean, we can't predict, but news is that they have been pressurized that they must accommodate IPP. On the other hand, they also have to fulfill the commitments that they had made to those who had actually helped them bringing the vote of no confidence against Imran Khan. So they have to award them tickets. And in the process, there are certain constituencies that may become a problem for Pakistan Muslim League Noon, because, they have really let go the party loyalist in giving the tickets to those that they had committed to. Then there is another commitment that was made by Hamza Shehbaz when he was being helped by members of the Provincial Assembly who were basically on Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf's side to make him the CM Punjab. So yes, Pakistan Muslim League Noon has a lot of problems in terms of awarding tickets. And I'm sure that they are also looking into that, how to field the candidate in order to basically win that constituency. So I think January 2024 is going to be very, very interesting. What is really unfortunate and sad is that the sham democracy that we've been having in the past few years, or I'd say since so many years in Pakistan, nobody has learned a lesson. Neither the political parties who tend to give the space to other powers, to non-elected powers, and neither the political parties have learned that, after signing the Charter of Democracy, it was decided that none of the political parties would pitch against each other. But after the way Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf had been brought in 2018, which is on record now almost, that how General Bajwa and General Faiz had helped him to come to power and then got electables aligned with him to form his government, and then how the governance was. I think all of this seems to be is being repeated now, because there are serious questions right now with the Election Commission of Pakistan being given so many powers after the amendment. Is it really free to exercise these powers? Will Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf be able to contest the elections? Would then, if they are not, wouldn't there be questions revolving around the legitimacy of the elections? Would Pakistan be able to get the political stability it really, really needs for economic stability? And those are all the questions that only time can tell, and that time is not really far. It's going to be a tough election, I would say, because let's see how things shape up now. But the game is set. It's match time now.